which Adam then quoted in an interview. I asked Fripp what gear he used, and he said, it's the attitude. So, what I do, I have my guitar. This is back in the day, you understand. There's the pedal board, volume, wah-wah, fuzz box. Plug into the fuzz box, plug it in the amp, and play. Then the sound goes with me. That's the fun thing. Whatever equipment I use, sometimes even borrowing a guitar, the sound goes with me. I can kind of understand with electric guitars that the sound might go with the player. I would not believe that possible of a piano. But at Carnegie Hall, I think it was in 78 or 9, I saw Chick Corea and Herbie Hancock. Whoa, that's heavy duty. Whoa, respect. And they had two pianos and they changed pianos. And the sounds went with them. I've no idea how. That piano had that sound, that piano had that sound. And it swapped with the player's move. So, in terms of my sustained sound, it's a sound that I was always looking for, and when I found the fuzz box, I found it. I could be like a violinist in a sense. I could hold that note and sustain.
Cool.
Thank you.
Jacko tells a story about, I think it's Alan Holdsworth, who was living locally.
Yes.
But he saw him and wanted to sound like him. And so he went and bought all the exact equipment. He mirrored it exactly. I want this sound so. And discovered he didn't sound anything like Alan Holdsworth. And next time he saw Alan, he was using completely different equipment and still sounded exactly like Alan Holdsworth, which is exactly what he was saying.
I know when it's time to render for Ellotronix.
Yes.
There's a number of contingencies. It might be the tape runs out. Another contingency is that the bias on the Revoxes is off. The calibration is off. So you get a build-up of hiss. It may be that someone, I know none of the women here have any familiarity with this. It's two Revoxes set up on the table here. The tape comes through one machine, back on the other, recorded and plays back to the first. So you have a regenerative looping technique introduced to me by Brian Eno. Now, sometimes someone will walk by the table and bump it. So the tape will roll. So it would be another point is, if the tension on the tape is too slack, it begins to go horribly wrong. The other thing is my imagination might run out. The other thing is the lady over here might have had quite enough of this. It was a very unpopular form of making music. As were soundscapes, very unpopular form of making music. So sometimes when the audience, you know they've had enough of this, you have to stop. David?
Well, I was going to return to No Pussy. You started by saying that you were a big fan of No Pussyfooting, and I'm going to tell the story of the very first time I worked with Robert on that, which was mastering it. And we were in a studio, it was in Tony Allen's studio. In the analog days, we had to learn the piece, had Music Corporation the first side, so we knew exactly when we were going to tweak various knobs. And it's a very, very coherent piece of music, so having not known it at all, after 2 listens, you knew exactly what you were going to do all the way through. But when we were doing this afterwards, I said to Robert, I can remember exactly what I thought when I first heard this. I was played it by a friend at college. And it didn't mean anything to me at all. And I said to Robert, I remember exactly what I listened to it and I thought, this sounds like something someone threw together in an afternoon. And Robert's reply was, actually it only took us 20 minutes.